What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you to the very first week of the GBA Season 3. Now, our team is the New York Mankeys. Today, we are going up against the, what is your name? Sawsbucks. The Sawsbucks, coached by Magnitude Steve. His YouTube link is in the description below. He's also the creator of this league. Every single Sunday, we're going to have ourselves a GBA battle, Global Battle Association. We're the New York Mankeys. You want to cheer on the New York Mankeys. I'm going to show you the team of 6 that we brought this week. Now, I don't have much of a speech prepared, but you guys can see them on your screen. We have Cotton Ball the Altaria, Sunspots the Tentacruel, Predict Me, the Porygon Z, Lullaby the Trevenant, Claudia, and Pretty Woman. So we got 2 females on the team ready to sport. You guys can place your bets in the comments below. Who do you think is going to be the most valuable? Hold on, it's actually the hashtag MVM, the most valuable Mankey, because these are all Mankeys. They may not look like it, but they're all Mankeys. So this is the very first week, and definitely nervous, but I also understand that it is the very first week. So it's, in my opinion, it's the hardest week to win. You have absolutely no idea what your opponent's going to do, what kind of sets they've been running throughout the season, so we're going to go in. Altaria is actually a cotton guarding set. My opponent's team that he had available for him and the 10 Pokemon were very physically based, so I wanted to go ahead and bring a cotton guarding Altaria, and most of my team, as you guys saw, are special attackers because he's got double Intimidate. I don't know if he brought it. He has Gyarados and Landers at his disposal. Did he bring both of them? He did not bring both of them. He just brought the Lando. All right, so this team is looking really scary. He's got Metagross, Klefki, Greninja, Meloetta, Gallade, and Landers. So only one Intimidate. That Greninja is going to be a problem, and he's got Klefki. I feel like he's going to open up Klefki to set up screens. I'm not really sure what the appropriate play to do is here. Now, I could open up with Predict Me, which I kind of really want to. To open up with Predict Me. I kind of really do. I don't know what he's got. I know he told me that he has some sort of plan. I just don't know what. Unfortunately, I don't have any ground stab. I have no ground stab on my team. My opponent knew that because he had no fear bringing the Klefki and the Metagross. I'm really upset because I was so close to bringing the Darmanitan. I literally spent the past hour, Shady Lady knows, trying to decide if I should bring Claudia or Darmanitan, and it looks like I probably should have brought Darmanitan because it could destroy the Metagross and destroy the Klefki, but we're going to see what happens. I'm going to take a picture of my opponent's team before I forget. I'm pretty settled on leading with Porygon Z. I see I don't have any switch initiative on this team, whereas my opponent has double U-turn, so that's going to be a problem. I'm going to go ahead and open up with Predict Me. I'm going to open up with that because I don't really know what else I would want to do here. I'm not really feeling anything else. I don't have any hazards to get up. My opponent does with the Landorus, so hopefully he'll open up with the Landorus. Now, I believe the GBA is 13 weeks, so in 13 weeks we have the potential to get to the cup. Even if we lose this game, it's okay. It would be really cool to win, but my opponent's team is very good, so it's going to be a little bit of an issue. We know that his Mega is his Gallade. He opens up with Sapped Hammer, the gosh darn Klefki. Now, this is a bit of a problem because I can't really hit this Klefki for much. I wonder if he'll actually Thunder Wave me. I'm really curious. If he'll Thunder Wave me. What I could do, I mean, I could have Prankster Wisp. That really doesn't mean anything. Oh no, did I grab the wrong Pretty Woman? I made a mistake. I have 2 Pretty Women in my box. I have Trace. Oh no, Trace is what I want. Never mind. I thought it synchronized for a second. I would love to trace that Landers' Intimidate at some point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Lullaby. I can't risk Predict Me getting Thunder Waves. I should have realized that Klefki would be opening up the setup screens, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. We do have Lullaby. Lullaby coming through our beautiful Trevenant, as my opponent does in fact go for the light screen to set up screens. Really solid play. Screens are pretty obvious. He has nothing that wants to take a Leech Seed though, so I have free reign to just go for the Leech Seed. He can't status me because I am running the Lum Trevenant set. This is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Definitely top 5 introduced in Gen 6. But now being able to get a Leech Seed off is really nice. Foul play will be a bit of an issue if he's packing it. So, in retrospect, I think I should have gone for the Will-O-Wisp, but I kind of just want to get... I'm hoping that he'll switch out. But I don't think he's going to miss the opportunity to get a free foul play off. Then again, yeah, look at his team. Oh, he sits with Spikes. Oh my gosh, this guy's going for hazards. He wants to bait out my gosh darn... my Tentacruel. My Tentacruel would be best coming in, honestly, on the Klefki. Wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad coming in on the Klefki. I don't want to come in on the Landers or the Metagross. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp here. He might just set up another layer of spikes. I really do think he's going to switch out. However, looking at his team, his only special attacker looks like Greninja and Meloetta. Those are the 2 special attackers on his team, whereas I have 4 special attackers. So my Altaria is not really going to... It's not that it's going to... It's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be too bad because I do have Hyper Voice, which can destroy that Greninja if he decides to switch in on it. We're going to burn this Klefki in case the foul play is real. We never really know. You never really know. I'm fine with this situation because his screens are slowly wearing out. It's obvious that he doesn't have leftovers. He's got the light clay with his screen up, but this is kind of fine here. I'm gonna go ahead and I hope he doesn't predict this. Maybe I should just stay in. I kind of want to get rid of these spikes sooner rather than later. I'm gonna go into Sunspots now. I think he's gonna get greedy and go for a 3rd layer of spike. So I'm hoping that's what happens here because I'll get some least seed recovery off from the Klefki as he goes for those spikes. So we got Sunspots in here, and my opponent actually sets up the Reflect, so he doesn't care about that 3rd layer of spikes, and now he's really not gonna care. The question is, what is he going to go out into at this point? I'm going to get my Black Sludge recovery, and we're going to see the Leech Seed also come through, and Tentacruel's just going to soak that up. That's fantastic. I'm so nervous. New York Mankeys, please. We're looking pretty good, though, because we've got one of the most annoying Pokemon, in my opinion, down to a fairly low amount of health. Part of me wants to go for the Scald, but I think the smartest thing to do is just to Rapid Spin. This might be what he's been baiting, but I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin. I actually, on this Tentacruel, it's kind of weird. My opponent only had 1 Pokemon that was times 4 weak to Ice, so I'm actually running the Icy Wind because I want to be able to slow down Pokemon. For example, if I can get an Icy Wind off on that Glade and have my Crawdon be able to outspeed, that's exactly what I've been planning for. Samtamer's actually going to get withdrawn. So the Sawsbucks here goes at Setokaiba. Here we go. And I feel like this is exactly what he wanted. I really do feel like that. I kind of wish I'd gone for the Icy Wind. Now, I don't know if he'll straight up go for a Psycho Cut. I really couldn't tell you. And I don't have a Pokemon that I feel comfortable just hard switching out into because of all the different moves that this thing can have. I'm going to go ahead. I actually packed Dazzling Gleam on here on this Tentacruel. I don't know how much it will do. Tentacruel. I'm going to go ahead and run some Gallade. Does Gallade gain any bulk? Cerebi, Gallade. I feel like he gains a little bit. We got 70 seconds. We got time. Defense goes up to 95. Oh, my little baby Lancer. That is a lot. What does your special defense go up to? Does it stay 115? Does stay 115. So, Tentacruel, Dazzling Gleam, only does 36%. All right, at that point, I think it's almost worth it just to slow you down. I feel like he's just going to go for the safe knockoff. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for an Icy Wind here. We're going to see this thing is going to Mega Evolve. It pretty much has to Mega Evolve. And getting this ice, this thing is such a huge threat to my team. I don't want him sitting up a Swords Dance and being at his full speed. He's going to go straight for the Psycho Cut, though, and that is going to kill. Oh, I live on 33, and I get my Icy Wind off. That is fantastic, because we're going to slow this thing down. And seeing that Psycho Cut really tempts me to go out into my... Really tempts me to go out into my Lullaby. But that's... I might just let Sunspots go. Because Klefki's almost dead, so he's not going to get much more spikes up. I mean, he might get Landorus out. He might get Landorus out. Will he go for a Psycho Cut? You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave Sunspots in here. I'm going to let Sunspots die. I'm going to go for the Scald. I outspeed now and I go for the Scald. If I get the burn, that would be extremely helpful. That's not why I was going for it, though. He is going to go for the close combat. I actually might eat that up. I don't, though. So that's rather unfortunate. That is definitely 100% not a good time. Looking at this situation, though, we're not in a bad spot at all because knowing that my Tentacruel outsped, Tentacruel has 120 speed with no investment. Claudia has 107. Chances are I do outspeed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the regular Gallade. Gallade, 284, going down a step would be 50%. To go down to he would go down 75%. So 280, he'd go down to not 140, because that would be -2. -1 would be 210. So actually, might have been a speed tie there. Now Claudia can force a switch with you know what? No, there's no reason. Go on to predict me. Go on to predict me right now. Kind of no reason not to. Considering half my opponent's team, I don't think he'll switch the Greninja in on this thing. And I think the Shadow Ball is our best bet. So I'm going to go for that Shadow Ball. right now. There's no way he can leave this thing in. There's absolutely no way it would, I mean, unless he wants it to die, which I'm fine with. This Porygon Z is pretty much my check to this Seto Kaiba because I think from that range, Porygon Z should be able to take him out. I know right now he definitely will because the close combat gave him -1 special defense, but man, I do not know right now. I didn't want to go for a Tri-Attack because he does have a Klefki and a Metagross, and letting that Metagross come in on a Tri-Attack would not be good. However, Shadow Ball will do a decent amount. I don't think it would be a 2-hit KO, but it would do a decent amount. I'm scared. I'm lonely. I'm scared. Steve is thinking long and hard about this one. That Icy Wind might actually be clutch. Not in this situation. I almost wanted to go into Crawdaunt, but then I felt like I was going to go for a Dragon Dance, and had I gone for a Dragon Dance, and he gone for a close combat, I would have cried. I could have gone for an Aqua Jet, but then I feel like my opponent would gain so much momentum. He's going to withdraw Seto Kaiba. He should have just gone into Claudia. Goes out into Sapped Hammer, so he's going to choose to sacrifice his Klefki, hoping that I wouldn't go for anything. Oh my gosh, he's going to eat that up. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. He's going to get a layer of spikes off. The light screen? Oh, the light screen. Wow. Alright, at this point, I think I only have one option. I feel like I have to go into Claudia now. No, because he's going to die next turn. Who would I most likely like to be in against? Pretty Woman? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go out... this stinks. I'm going to have a layer of spikes up the whole time. I'm going to go out at the Pretty Woman. This is unfortunate because I know he's going to set up spikes. I know he's going to set up spikes. So spikes are going to come through as Pretty Woman comes out. I'm going to trace Prankster. Not really exactly what I want to trace, but oh, he actually sets up he opts to set up the light screen, which might be better. Fortunately, though, this beautiful Gardevoir has the Protect on it, so I'm going to be able to slowly burn out those turns. Unless he goes out into Gallade, then I'm scared. And that Gallade is just gonna keep taking the Pokemon out. It's gonna be Pokemon for Pokemon. So the burn is going to take the Klefki out, which means that Trevenant does actually get that kill because it was the one that inflicted the burn. So Trevenant gets a kill this season so far, and that's exciting. If you did not know, we keep track of all the stats of the Pokemon and how they do. Literally, the MVPs of our teams get tracked through. All the links in the description, you'll find them. All the teams that are a part of the all the teams that are part of the league, along with their channels. My opponent goes out into the Metagross. Now this is interesting. I mean, it's not super interesting, but I can't do much against this thing. Like, this thing can body me. Now that I don't have my Tentacruel, this thing is going to kind of be a bit of an issue. I think my best bet is to go out into Lullaby. Don't get me wrong, right now Cotton Ball can eat it up because I'm not Mega Evolved yet. I am not Mega Evolved yet, but I'm going to have to Mega Evolve. Ah, man, this is unfortunate. I don't think this would be an Agility Metagross. Would it be an Agility Metagross? I feel like it would be. Nah. It won't be. There's no way. I'm going to go ahead and Protect to burn out a turn of screens. It's unfortunate because I am running 4 special attackers, so the screens really do matter. He's going to Bullet Punch away. We can see that now. We're going to burn a turn, which is fantastic. This might be Choice Banded. So if he is, well, not that we'll find out right now, but looking at his team, I don't know who else on his team would be Choice Banded, if anything. I'm really not sure, but I am going to go on into the Trevenant here because it is one of our defensive Pokemon on our team. Gardevoir, unfortunately, does not want to handle the Steel type. Once we get rid of that Metagross, our Altaria is going to have a lot more fun, definitely a lot more fun with my opponent's team. Granted, the Greninja is still going to be a huge problem. The Greninja is just, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about the Greninja. I really do not. Ice Beam just destroys my life. So I am going to be switching out right now, going out into Lullaby. Pretty predictable. Let's see what my opponent does. I'm not sure what else he would do, but we're going to see it right here. He's going to go for, he's going to withdraw the Metagross. The double switch and goes out into Landorus. Well, I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. He's going to intimidate me. That's fine. I don't know what he's exactly going to have for me. The Reflect does wear off, so we got rid of one screen just like that. I'm going to go ahead, and part of me wants to go for the Leaf Seed, predicting the U-turn. The U-turn is definitely coming. Oh my gosh, the U-turn is coming. I have nothing that wants to take a U-turn, though. My bug weakness is out of control. I totally I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let Lullaby eat a U-turn. I kind of want to go for a Will-O-Wisp, but I think I should go for a Lead Seed. Will-O-Wisp, Lead Seed, Will-O-Wisp, Lead Seed. I'm going to go for the Lead Seed. I'm going to go for the Lead Seed here. My opponent does go for the U-turn. I'm hoping it doesn't kill. I'm really not sure if it will. It's not going to. I ate that right up. I ate that right up. And for some reason, I thought that was super effective. I forgot that Ghost resist bug. So we are going to get a Lead Seed off on something. The question is what? I'll regret insanely going for the Lead Seed if he goes out into the Glade, because getting a Will-O-Wisp on that thing would have been priceless. He goes into Shadow the Greninja. So that is great. Our Lead Seed does, in fact, connect. Now, I know for a fact, not that I know for a fact, but I know that this thing is going to be a problem. I know he's going to be a problem. I kind of wish I had put Protect on this as well. I'm not a Stally player, so I didn't, but honestly, had I gone for Protect here, it would have been so clutch. It would have been absolutely clutch. Instead, I have like no safe switch in. That's instead. I mean, I can go on to Predict Me. I don't think Greninja will one-shot it. I know that Porygon Z is a glass cannon, but I feel as though there's no way Greninja's gonna one-shot me. It's either that or I let my Trevenant go. What is my Trevenant really good for right now? Well, my Trevenant would burn the Glade. Trevenant could burn the Glade, but it won't because it'll have to take a knockoff or an Ice Punch, and it's gonna die. So you know what? I'm almost ready to just let this thing die. I'm gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp. My opponent goes for the Gunk Shot, reveals the fact that he has Gunk Shot. He misses the Gunk Shot. That is absolutely huge. I'm pretty sure that would have O-code. I know that it's neutral, it's not super effective, but still, and we get the burn off on Shadow. That is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. And I knew that Greninja would be packing Gunk Shot. I just didn't think to send out the Willow first, because I knew that he knows I have 2 fairy types. He of course is going to come prepared for that. And honestly, at this point, this Greninja's not useless, because of course he can go for a Dark Pulse or something to that effect. But me not switching out, although it didn't matter because he would have missed anyway, getting the burn off on this thing is absolutely huge because it protects my Altaria. Gunk Shot, you can see right here, it is not super effective. It is neutral because Ghost resists poison a little bit. Shadow Claw is going to come through. I score a crit. Back-to-back hacks. Oh my gosh, I feel a little bad, but it's a GBA, so I won't feel that bad. Trevenant is going to get 2 kills in this match right now. Trevenant has 2 kills in this match. Holy Lanta. Oh, my little Mary. Oh my goodness. So far this battle's going, it's nowhere near over yet. The score is 4-5. And I am not counting any chickens because they're not hatched yet. They are not hatched. There's no way I'm counting chickens. I will admit, though, I do feel much more comfortable than I did in the beginning of this match. But if the Glade comes out, there's Seto Kaiba. There it is. I know for a fact he's going to go for a knockoff. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, the question is, do I just stay in? I don't really have anything that I want to take a knockoff. I'm telling you, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a serious problem. Now, my opponent's only other... Now that Greninja's gone, my opponent's... They're all physical. They're all physical. I think Cotton Ball can set up and sweep. I think. I don't know. I need it to be on the correct Pokemon, though. Alright, let's go ahead. I think I just stay in. The knockoff is too real. There's nothing I can do about it, though. I'm just going to go ahead and let me die. I'm just going to let me die. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. There's the knockoff. I'm sorry, Lullaby, but there's no way you can live that. There's no way. So Lullaby goes down after getting 2 kills, though. I am proud of you, baby. I am proud of you. There goes my Lum. The only real switch in here is Predict Me. There's nothing else I can really do. Now, Metagross is a problem because Tri-Attack does nothing to Metagross. Now, the good news is that Shadow Ball might kill this Glade. It might. I'm not sure. Glade. Shadow Ball does... Oh my gosh. So Shadow Ball is guaranteed KO. 3 of his Pokemon that are left are weak to Ghost types. It's just the Landers that's a problem. So it looks like Predict Me is going to be the ticket to winning this. I am just going to go straight up for Shadow Ball. Is he going to live? I really... Oh my gosh! Why did that do so little? I don't know where my damage calcs went. I don't know where my damage calcs went. The light screen! Oh, I think my opponent just won because of the light screen. Wow, that is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, wow. I totally forgot about the light screen. And you guys are probably screaming about the light screen. Wow. Literally, I think I won. I think I won had the light screen not been there. If I had remembered. Oh my goodness. All right, so knockoff, close combat. I mean, my only option is to go onto the Claudia and to force a switch. I really don't have any other option at all. I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet. I can't go for the D-Dance and risk the biscuit. There's just no possible way. Although that would be absolutely beautiful to do week 1. I am so disappointed in myself for forgetting my light screen. Wow, Klefki coming through. I am so proud. Oh my gosh, that's fine. I can't be mad at that. That's my own fault for forgetting about that light screen. He's going to withdraw Seto Kaiba, obviously going out into the Metagross here. I'm sorry, goes into Landorus to get the Intimidate off. Makes a lot of sense. I still think this is going to do a solid amount of damage. I definitely think this is going to do a solid amount of damage. And we are not out of this game just yet. We are definitely not out of this game. Aqua Jet is going to do a good amount. I'm not happy with Claudia and that damage. I feel as though Landorus can one-shot with a U-turn because Claudia's weak. I don't actually have the Focus Sash on here. I really wish I did. Don't get me wrong. I really wish it did. U-turn is not a one-hit KO. So I could D-Dance. But then the question is, can I take a U-turn and a Bullet Punch? It's really all it comes down to. Because the only thing that really wants to take a U-turn is my Cotton Ball, but then that's going to go ahead and let my opponent bring his Glade in. And I don't want that. So I think I just have to go for the Dragon Dance. So my opponent will most likely outspeed. Even if he's uninvested, he outspeeds. I'm going for the D-Dance now. There's the U-turn. It should not kill, barring a crit. I live on 17, but that is not enough. That is not enough. Is that banded? Hold on. That could be banded. Oh my gosh, I think that's banded. I'm not entirely sure. I am thoroughly upset about that light screen. Oh my gosh, that is so huge. I wish Pokemon, I mean, I guess it would make it unfair. I mean, I don't think it would make it unfair. I wish Pokemon, like, in this generation, like, with Hazards, it was actually on the field, Stealth Rocks were actually on the field, Light Screen and Reflect were on the field to see. I think that would be so, I think it would look cool, and then I think that, I think I would have won this match, but that's totally my fault for going right out into Porygon. I should have sacrificed something else. If anything, I should have gone out into my Gardevoir and just gone for the, Protect. And I mentioned the light screens prior, but I totally forgot about it. Meloetta is going to come out now, which is interesting as anything. Now, this thing, does Meloetta get any sort of priority? This thing scares me a little bit. I can't see Meloetta outspeeding me. I mean, unless it's Choice Scarfed. I really don't know. Oh my gosh, yeah, it will outspeed me. I have to go for Aqua Jet. This is such a waste. All right, well, I have to go for Aqua Jet here. There's really nothing I can do because he's going to outspeed me. I'm going to go for Aqua Jet. Complete waste of Claudia. Complete waste of Claudia. That does nothing. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with all of my Pokemon? Oh, is there? No, the Reflect's gone. I know for a fact the Reflect is gone. Oh, you know what? I think Meloetta has some insane defense. I think it has some insane defense. So we're going to see if any item pops up. No item pops up. I don't know what typing Relic, Song, Cerebi, X and Y. If it's a, I'm pretty sure it's a special attack. Meloetta special, base 75. It's a normal type move. So that's kind of unfortunate. There's no reason to copy Meloetta's ability with Pretty Woman. Unfortunately. Oh, wow. I didn't know. So, Meloetta, Impurity form. Either way. Wow, my gosh. So, it's immune to Ghost. I didn't know that. All right, I have to go on to the Cotton Ball then. I honestly had no idea that... Oh, my gosh. I totally forgot. For some reason, I thought Meloetta was fighting Psychic. But I'm going to go ahead... And I am just going to... I want a Cotton Guard, but I'm pretty sure this thing... Let me see. Because okay, the attack and stuff switches. So I am going to go for a Cotton Guard. It's going to outspeed me, though, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. It is definitely going to smart. In retrospect, I really wish I had Dark Pulse on stuff. He goes for the Ice Punch. We'll see how much this does. It's going to do a huge amount of damage. Absolutely monstrous, but Cotton Guard is +3. There is a slight chance here, because my defense rises drastically. There is a slight chance that I can go ahead and live this. I really don't know. Is it going to happen? Oh, I eat that up. I eat that up. So I'm going to get my Roost off here. And this Cotton Guarding Roost, beautiful creature, is hopefully going to save the day for us. I'm going to Roost again. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Roost again. Here comes another Ice Punch. My opponent he's in a little bit of a corner. He's hoping for some stuff. I'm going to get my Roost off and get all the way back up. Now the question is, do I bother going for another Cotton Guard, or do I just start going in? I think I'm going to go for one more Cotton Guard. I think that's my only chance of winning regardless. I could go for a Hyper Voice, which I think would kill this thing. Actually, it's not going to, it's more, it might not kill. But another Cotton Guard would protect me against that Metagross. So I will go for one more Cotton Guard. He's going for an Ice Punch, and that's going to do nothing. We're going to get another Cotton Guard up, and I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to Roost on this next turn. And I say play it safe because I don't want to have anything less than what I can have as far as HP goes. So here comes another Ice Punch. We can see this is my opponent's 4th Ice Punch, I believe, possibly 5th. I'm going to get my Roost off. I'm going to be back at full HP with a +6 defense Cotton Ball. My opponent is left with no specially offensive Pokemon to my knowledge. So I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice here. And having this fat Cotton Ball in the field will hopefully allow us to win this game. I'm going to get a Hyper Voice off. This is my very first time using Mega Altaria. It's going to take the Meloetta down. That is absolutely fantastic. I literally have never used Mega Altaria once before. Not very smart when it comes to the GBA, but what the heck? We like living on the edge here. So we're going to... Oh, I'm so nervous and scared. I'm so nervous and scared. I mean, granted, there's not much. My opponent has all physically offensive Pokemon. I'm not going to say what he would need because I'm a little bit of a... Okay, so here comes the Metagross. Metagross is at full HP, and this thing could be dangerous. This thing could be extremely dangerous. I am packing the Flamethrower for the Metagross. So we're going to go for it. We're going to see that it's going to do over half. And my opponent goes for the Meteor Mash. It does connect, but because I'm at +6, I can't see it doing too much. It does do a decent amount. Definitely decent. Part of me wants to go for the Roost. Are you choice? No, wait, I think you're choice banded, judging by that damage. That was way too much. I'm going to go for another Flamethrower. My opponent may switch out, so I probably should have gone for the Roost, but that did more damage than I'm comfortable with. I'm kind of hoping, because we saw no item, and judging by how much my Flamethrower did, I don't think he's leftovers. I think this Metagross is choice banded, so if he doesn't switch out and he stays in, well, this will be a dead Metagross and we'll be fine. Oh, I'm so nervous. He is gonna withdraw. That tells me 100% that is a choice banded Metagross. Seto Kaiba is going to come out. Absolutely beautiful play on my opponent's part, but can Seto Kaiba take a Flamethrower? Probably. It's not stab, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does. He does in fact take it, doesn't get a burn off. My opponent has nothing. I'm gonna Roost up now because my opponent doesn't have anything that is, like, if he has Ice Punch, it's not stab. So he's gonna go for the Psycho Cut stab. Oh no, he's smart. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna Roost up here. And I can't risk... Oh my goodness. I'm sweating so much. I'm sweating so much. I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice here. My opponent goes for another Psycho Cut. And he does not score what he's looking for. So we're gonna get a Hyper Voice off. Altaria is going to take out another Pokemon on my opponent's side of the field. And it looks like the Cotton Guard set might pull through for us in week 1 of the GBA. I said it in the beginning, or at least I thought it, I think I said it, was that I felt as though because my opponent only had 2 special attackers, and turns out Milwakee is actually a physical attacker, so it is what it is. With Landorus here, I can't see him doing much to me. I think I'm actually gonna Roost. I'm really curious as to what he's going to do. I'm going to Roost. He's going to Stone Edge. Now, I don't have Flying typing, but once again, this is a move that could end up deadly for me. I'm glad that I roosted up at that point because I will be at full HP here. Stone Edge does have 80% accuracy. So we're gonna go for the Hyper Voice here, and you guys can see that GBA matches are, there goes the Stone Edge miss. I mentioned accuracy, and there it goes. GBA matches are very, very, very intense. Hence why this battle is almost 30 minutes long. I'm sweating, but it looks like, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not jinxing it. All right, Shady Lady says to wait. Shady Lady says to wait. It looks like, oh, I'm nervous, Nelly. I think it's it. I think it's it. I think that's it. I'm almost positive this is it. Metagross goes for the Bullet Punch. Choice Banded Bullet Punch. But he does not score a crit out of all those hits, and that's what I didn't want to say, but it looks like the New York Mankeys have won their Week 1 matchup in a 2-0 score. Don't make fun of me. This is exciting stuff. This is exciting stuff. I thought I was done for when I lost that to the screens. Steve, that was absolutely fantastic. You guys can see that Steve is a fantastic battler. Please go check out his channel. You're gonna want to see his side of the battle. That was insane. I think the only thing that I prepared for, I think the main thing I prepared for correctly was the fact that most of his Pokemon were physically offensive, and I knew that from building my team, and that's why I went with the Cotton Guard set. So if you guys enjoyed and you guys are hyped for the rest of the season with the New York Mankeys, we are currently 1 win, 0 losses. I don't think we've ever done that before. In either season. I don't think we've ever won Week 1 games. So maybe this is our season. Maybe this is the season we will bring the cup home. There's a literal trophy for the winner. So I want to bring that to the Shady people, to the New York Mankeys fans. Show your support in the comment section. Be sure to leave a like rating down below if you really, oh my gosh, first time using Mega Altaria. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady. Sylveon swiftly dodges. What a nimble ribbon. What a nimble ribbon. But there's no reason to do that because he's got minus defense right now, and that would just be silliness.